What's your story? What's your sign? It's like we're twin flames in a different life. Deep connection lights a spark. It's like you know me in the depths of my heart. We're dreamers. Don't care what other people say. We're living like this could be our final day. We're dreamers. Don't care what the others say. We're doing this in our way. We come alive in the nighttime. It's something about how we dance in the moonlight. That look in your eyes, it tells me that you want me and all my loving. We come alive in the nighttime. You and I, we come alive. We come alive.
Not sure about the rose. Which way is it going?
Listen. So I'd like to introduce everybody to a new arrival here, and this is Buck. He's a little bit shy, bless him. He is a sort of 3.5-year-old, well sectioned D. As you can see, he is, if you can just see Bo in the background there, he's quite a bit smaller than Bo, but obviously he's a lot younger. So he's got a lot of growing up to do. He is backed, but we're going to be sort of taking things quite sort of steady. But he's literally just arrived. He's already had a wee, he's been eating, and he's had a drink, which is all great things to see. He's a little bit, he was on straw where we went to see him, and I think the shavings are quite sort of, because they're new, they're quite sort of crunchy. He was a bit wary of them to start with. But yeah, I think, oh, he's tired. He's big yawns, and he's going to have a snooze. So he's travelled sort of 3.5 hours. Bless him. Apparently travelled very well. Didn't get, well, he's not arrived hot, but yeah, a little bit sleepy. But he's been chatting to Bo through the bars, and actually I'm quite surprised that Bo's been very, very nice to him at the moment. Hopefully that will stay like that. Hey, Bose? No, he's ignoring me. But I think he'd quite like a playmate that's a bit more his size. Yeah, so we're going to leave him quiet for a bit. I think he's looking like he wants to have a bit of a snooze, bless him. Very exciting. So, yeah, was sort of talked about possibility, new horse sort of in my sort of recap for last year, but it was really sort of just a wish really, but yeah, to actually happen, although we obviously are going to be quite a way off but I'm really looking forward to sort of showing our sort of progress with him. And there's no sort of great rush to sort of do anything. Like I say, he's got a lot of maturing to do. But yeah, and it's very early days, so we've got to form a bit of a partnership. He's a little bit nervy, particularly sort of putting the head collar on. So that is going to be the first sort of thing we're sort of going to have to work on. Yeah, bless him. He's very, very sweet. Very pleased. And I love the colour. I had it done sort of my first pony. So yeah, it's nice. On an expert style.
Buck, mate, you need to get in the gym, sweetheart. That's quite big, boss. Oh.
I'm not in the nicest jacket to be wearing him. It's a bit like shiny wrapping. I'm not convinced that 5'9" and something might be a bit small for him.
Doesn't look too bad now. Is it tight round his shoulders?
I think if you look how much of it's up his bum.
Oh, yeah.
5'6" is going to be
What do you think of your jacket, mate? How's little Buck? Do you like the camera? Are you doing the camera? Hello. You're back again. Oh, camera. Is that the camera? Where's the lady gone? What do you think of that little monkey? What do you think, Top Cat?
Morning, guys. So Buck has had a good night. He's been a very, very good boy. His stable was quite clean this morning, and he was even lying down when I came up. So I think he's sort of settling in. Obviously, it's very early days. So the plan now is Bo's already got his turnout rug on, and they are going to go into our sort of slightly smaller paddock, which I've divided up with an electric fence, so they won't go out together, but they're going to go next to each other. Bo's had his liner taken out of his rug just so hopefully he doesn't get too hot, and Buck's going to go out naked. He wore a rug overnight. He has been wearing a rug, but I'm not quite sure about a turnout rug, so I thought it's probably better for him just to go out as he is. See what state he comes in, bless him. He had a little bit of a groom this morning, just sort of gently. He's very, very nervous. So lots to work on with him. So let's turn them out. I'm on my own, so I haven't got anybody to sort of video, which probably actually doing this on my own isn't ideal. But I'm hoping Bo will just go out and eat. Because I haven't got to lead them down very far, it should be right. I've got my hat on for safety. I've got some gloves in my pocket as well. So we'll see how this goes. So they're currently on the hard stand, but it is quite because this is Top Cat's area that Buck's in at the moment. It is quite a narrow sort of gangway to get up to the field, but he has got access to the field. It's just whether he can quite figure it out. And he's going. It's quite narrow because obviously it was designed for Top Cat. It's a Top Cat walkway, but oh, very brave boy. I think Bo's going to be the one that's the biggest idiot. I was just deciding which side of the fence I'm probably better on. Probably in with Buck, actually. Steady. Steady. As you can hear, the road is quite busy and you'll probably not be used to that. So that is quite an experience. And I don't think he's been out for a few days, so yeah, he's very, very excited. There is some grass out in this paddock because it's been rested for a while. Oh, somebody's very, very happy. Just thinking now, I probably should have put boots on Bo. As you can see, Buck has had a great time out in the field. It's first time in the washroom and one of the lights has decided it's going to start to sort of flash. But he's been a very good boy. A little bit of shouting when Bo went away from him. But yeah, he's a good boy. Aren't you, Buck? You're a good boy. Yeah. So I'm just going to give him a quick groom. Try and get rid of some of this mud. But I'm probably going to have to leave him for a little bit because a lot of it's still very wet. So little Buck has just had his first sort of leg wash, and I've also washed his tail because that was in quite a state. I think it's going to need possibly another couple of washes. I don't quite know what's happened to the bottom of his tail because yeah, it's a little bit of a mess, shall we say. It's a lot shorter than I would have their tails anyway, so we're going to let it grow out for the time being. He's had a little bit of a hot cloth. Wasn't too sure of that. I think the oils just smelt a little bit. But just slowly sort of getting him sort of used. Well, I say slowly. I washed his legs. He was very good. But yeah, I think he's a little bit shell shocked at the moment. So we're kind of getting away with doing some bits and pieces with him, just sort of getting him used to it. Before he finds his feet, which I'm sure he will do shortly. But I think it's quite important for him to sort of learn our routine. I'll it's taken me a lot longer to do him than it would the other boys, but we were just very sort of patient with him. He was a very, very good boy. Not a lot seems to be phasing him too much. The road doesn't seem to be a problem. He's been quite happy out in the field next to Bo. He's actually very, very tired now. Very tired. So it's time to go in the stable. And then it's dinner time, isn't it, Buck? So he's been with us 24 hours now, and poor little devil has, had quite a lot done to him already. No plans to do any riding with him at the moment. I personally think he needs to mature. We went to see him, and he was very honest, which was lovely to see. But I kept sort of thinking, is he big enough? But now seeing him next to Bo, although he is a bit smaller, I think that his biggest thing is he's a bit of a weed at the moment. So he's wearing one of Bo's stable rugs, but it does actually need, I'm going to put some darts in the neck. You're right, sweetheart. I'm just going to touch your rug. Yeah, good boy. Yeah, I'm going to, if I can show it, I'm going to find a good strong plaiting needle and put a couple of darts each side in the neck, just to sort of hopefully see if this will tide him over. I'm a bit loath to buy him something that fits him correctly at the moment, as I've got a funny feeling that somebody is going to have a little bit of a growth spurt, which probably more his build. I imagine he's going to sort of fill out a lot more, but bless him, he's just nibbling a little bit of leftover hay, so he's not phased by very much. Odd sort of sudden noises will make him jump, but he's a Welsh cob, so I'd be more surprised if he didn't. But hopefully he will not be quite so noise sensitive as Bo. But he's very, very fond of his big brother, who actually seems quite fond of him. Bless him. Right then, little man, let's put you in your stable, yeah? So Buck's been with us now for a few days. He's settling in really well. I would go as far as say he's probably the best behaved out of all three of them. Yes, the other two, I think, because they're so used to just being the two of them on the yard, it's taken them a little bit of getting used to, and we haven't introduced him to Top Cat because obviously Top Cat being a stallion, he does have this sort of thought that he has to tell everything off, so we haven't allowed them to interact. I'm not quite sure Buck realises that he is actually a pony, but he's quite fond of Bo. Bo has his moments when he can be quite miserable towards him, but overall they seem to be getting on all right. He's a lot more confident, as you can see. He's looking at over the door. He's trying to chew my jacket at the moment. That's him. It is their dinner time, so I'll get that for them shortly. But I'm really looking forward to our journey with him. I think it's going to be really, really exciting. I hope you guys will follow. Please like and subscribe. We will obviously be doing some stuff with him going forwards, although we're not going to obviously rush. He's, like I say, he's definitely got some maturing to do. And I think the first thing I'm probably going to actually have done is to have his teeth looked at. So I will get my vet out to have a look at that. And I will have a look at sorting him out a bridle, because his head is a different shape to Bo's, so I don't think Bo's snaffle is necessarily going to fit as it is. So we'll probably look into doing that. Although I probably won't be riding him straight away, I will do some groundwork with him, just sort of keep him ticking over. But yeah, very exciting. Really looking forward to what future holds with him. He's a very good boy. He's a bit sleepy. Yeah, the weather was a bit rough out in the field for him earlier. He had to cope with thunder and lightning, and also quite large hail. He was very good. He let me catch him and bring him in. But yes, he's still a little bit shell shocked, I think. But I'm hoping he's going to realise that he has landed on his feet. And yes, he probably will be spoiled rotten. He's wearing one of Bo's thin sort of Kentucky sheets. So he's already got a Kentucky rug. So, like I say, totally spoilt. I've had to put some darts or some little tucks in the neck just to get it to fit, because obviously he's a very different shape to what Bo is. But I'm excited to see how he develops. So yes, wasn't planned at all to purchase a new pony, but yeah, as sort of fate's had it, yeah, I'm chuffed to bits with him. I'm so excited. It's all been a bit surreal. It's happened so quick. Like I say, it's only sort of a few days in, and we sort of saw him at the weekend. But yeah, I'm chuffed to bits with him. Really am. So yeah, like I say, please like and subscribe to sort of follow what we do going forwards with him. And obviously Bo's gonna start sort of getting sort of prepared for competitions this year. The sort of thinking now is, obviously I can't take Top Cat away because he needs to babysit Buck, so Bo is going to have to travel on his own. Hopefully, we'll see how that goes. But we are possibly looking at doing elementary silver at the regionals, and then possibly Pet Plan will do our medium silver, because that shouldn't affect what I hope to do with Buck in the future, because that's a long way off, him going down the centre line, but yeah, very, very exciting. So just got to be a little bit mindful what I do with Bo, but obviously he's my sort of priority for sort of working and competition wise. We've got training coming up with Hayley as well, so yeah, it's starting to sort of gear up now for this year, which is I think it's gonna be full on and really, really, really exciting. We also, as well as the dressage, we might take Top Cat out to some in-hand shows, obviously not ridden, but we'll see about that. I've always wanted to go to Windsor Horse Show to sort of compete there, which I'm never ever going to do with dressage, and I don't really fancy showing Bo, I must admit. For starters, all my tack's black and I've got a dressage saddle, so that'd be completely frowned upon, I think, in the show ring. But we might take Top Cat, because I'm hoping to start at least sort of taking him out for some walks, to help me sort of get my sort of fitness, because I haven't got a dog, so I thought, I'll walk Top Cat. So yeah, we'll see. Might do Devon County. We'll see how he goes. I've taken him to one show before and he was a little terror, so I might be better off taking Buck, but we'll see, because that will be a real sort of new adventure for us. I haven't even got a tweed jacket anymore, so yeah, I'm really looking forward to what this year's got to bring. Just hoping the weather will be kind, which at the moment it's not. It is hampering, obviously, getting Bo sort of back up to sort of fitness. So I haven't entered anything yet, but I know the close of entries is coming up soon for the regionals. But we would do it as a day show now, so I might enter, but I won't. If the weather is really bad, I won't go. I'm a wimp. I don't want to go when it's really, really grotty. Yes, and obviously it depends on how little man copes sort of being left. I'm hoping with the fact that I've been able to ride Bo, and although I can hear him shouting, he doesn't seem to be too distressed when I get back down to the yard, and I think he'll get into the habit. That's what we do. But yeah, and he's actually very tidy in his stable. He tends to poo right along the back. I think he's already got a couple in with him. And then he sort of sleeps in the other corner. So bless his heart. And he is very sweet. But it's a hard life. He's tired. Whereas Bo is just eating. Are you, Bows? Yeah? You gonna come and say hello? No, he's too busy eating. And Top Cat's a little bit miffed that he obviously hasn't been able to go and stamp his authority on Buck. And he's got his bit of a sulk on. Yeah? Come on. We're going to take you in hand showing. Yeah? Don't nibble me. You've got to be a good boy. Cheeky little chap, haven't you? You've got to be good. So yeah, so lots sort of planned. Like I say, I hope you'll follow along. But that's it for this week. And then hopefully we'll sort of do a few more bits, getting Buck just used to our normal sort of routine. And I think Bo's got a saddle fitting appointment coming up soon as well. So yeah, it is full on. Just need to make sure I keep myself organised. Right, I'll see you next week. Bye.